Are you ready for darts? Let's play.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm excited about this Premier League.
It's five-star darting drama.
Outrageous.
Hark at the roar! Stunning, absolutely stunning.
Well, it's breathtakingly brilliant.
That is pure class.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You've joined us live on Sky Sports from the SSE Hydro in the incredible city of Glasgow, Scotland. Hello, welcome along to the Unibet Premier League. That's brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome a Premier League and World Championship finalist, the Shanghai Darts Masters champion, and the former World Youth champion, the bully boy, Michael Smith!
3,500 at the SSE Hydro in Glasgow. They love the darts in this part of the world. Cracking game to open the night. Peter Wright against Michael Smith. Michael Smith's record in the Premier League good against Wright. 2 7-1 wins last year, Mark Webster.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, he's going to have to go some to repeat that tonight. But, you know, both players played relatively well in the first week. Peter will be kicking himself a little bit because he had those match starts to win the game. And it's similar for Michael. You know, he played a good game to get back in it against MVG last week, but just a few loose starts in the last leg. So he'll be wanting to get some points on the ball tonight. It's going to be a close one.
The averages were ridiculous last week. The lowest average was 95 from Barney. More the same this week?
Of course, crazy that we're talking down a 95 average. That's how good the standard was. I mean, across the 10 players, between them the average just over the 100 mark. So it's quality. There's no first week nerves. And I'm expecting more of the same tonight.
Michael Smith very comfortable on the big stage right now. He could put in a big performance here.
Without doubt. Like we said, we touched on those two major finals last year, the Premier League and the Wales, but he wants to kick on now. He wants to win these events. I spoke to him. He's not just settled for being in the latter stages. He wants the trophy, and he's got to make a statement tonight. Because like I said, he lost his first week. Granted, it was to Michael van Gerwen, but it carries on. If you lose tonight, there's a bit of pressure. It creeps in.
Wayne Marden, Stuart Pye, your commentary team.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. No roses, no chocolates in here. We've got some tungsten testosterone on the stage for the next 3 hours or so. And I have to spend Valentine's evening with Wayne Mardle. Never mind, never mind. 2 Premier League runners-up, 2 class acts. And that should be the perfect start. Always a crackling atmosphere here in Glasgow. And even though Gary Anderson isn't here, the atmosphere is just as good.
And straight away you might notice, if you watch week in, week out, watch the darts on Sky Sports, that Peter Wright has changed his stems and flights again. Not his darts though, so obviously something wasn't feeling great last week, something wasn't feeling right in his draw against Rob Cross. And it's already been said, Michael Smith losing to Michael van Gerwen. They both want to get an added 2 points on the board. 4 games gone last year. Michael Smith was top with 4 wins. Not the best of start this year.
Yeah, as you said earlier, joking apart, you know from experience, it's all about getting that first win, isn't it? First win on the board just relaxes everybody and gets you into the tournament for the rigours of what's to come.
Chasing just anything is difficult in darts because you want it all now, and unfortunately it doesn't work that way. When you start to push and pull, start to panic every time you get an opportunity, and you also panic when you don't get an opportunity. But the two of them so far in this leg, sluggish start.
79.
Well, we're hoping that it will be half as good as their epic encounter at the weekend in the Players' Championship. More of that in a moment. It was an absolute classic. Michael Smith losing with an average of 112.
Peter Wright will be hoping that it's not a replay of last year's results against Michael Smith in the Premier League. 2 7-1s.
Interesting there.
Yeah.
He went for the 180 to leave number 1.
And had a bounce out. Peter Wright for the first leg. Oh yeah, that's composure for you. Winning the ugly legs. It's always a good trait.
434.
Good start from Michael Smith. How about this then? Players' Championship, the first one of the year last Saturday. They played in the quarter-finals. Peter Wright won 6-5 with 111 average. Smith lost with 112 average. Smith was 5-2 up and lost. There were 16 180s in 11 legs of dart. It's all right.
434.
It'll do.
Yeah. Everyday occurrence for these guys. I mentioned last week that Peter Wright
59.
cannot keep starting slowly, sluggishly. Well, he has again, but he's got away with that first leg. I'm going to make him feel better.
93.
Well, last week, Michael Smith also had to throw second against Michael van Gerwen, and he actually threw, didn't he, for a draw for 6-all, but was broken in that 12th and final leg.
Stay away from that treble. Nearer tops, yeah.
100.
Safe dart. We've mentioned time and time again about Michael Smith, the ability that he's got, such a natural talent, instinctive player. Peter Wright,
81.
slightly more methodical. Tops for 1-all. Loves tens. Absolutely loves it.
It's on the second leg, Michael Smith.
Sheesh.
The leg is Peter to throw first. Game on. 85.
In the groove. In the groove. In the mood.
80.
Peter's darts just standing up that little bit more, as you can see there. Great angle. Whereas the last week and at the Masters as well. Oh, 5 perfect darts. These darts were laying down because of a longer stem and different shaped flight, a smaller flight.
100.
Just capable of making his mind up, though, isn't he? I mean,
you don't see,
96.
you don't really see anyone else doing it. What I'm getting at is, it's wrong.
not with the not with the regularity that Peter Wright does.
Yeah, exactly.
35. Algeria 89.
Wright gets it wrong. Well, he is at the moment. Chance to break for Smith. Tops.
49.
Plenty of time, like in the last leg.
Third leg of the match. Smith averaging 100. Peter Wright averaging 80. Being totally outscored.
Last week, after 2 and a bit legs, Rob Cross was averaging 107, 108. Peter was averaging low 70s.
Got better, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. You thought the first one was it?
Yeah, he can walk now.
The leg is Michael to throw
Walk now.
first. Game on. 134.
Makes it look so easy when he's firing, doesn't he, Michael Smith? What do you think? A lot has been said and written about Michael Smith, and deservedly so. He had a cracking 12 months, and to reach the World Final will be an achievement which will live for him forever and a day. He wants to go but one better. He believes he can go one better. He believes he can win here, 20 points clear in the averages of his opponent. But what's been the difference for you, Michael Smith, in the last 12 months? What's changed?
I think he deals with disappointment better. And what I don't just mean by losing, I mean by bad shots. I mean that he can lose a set, or he can lose a leg, and it doesn't eat away at him like it used to. He knows he has the ability, and whilst he's not relying on it, he's thinking, in the end, I'll get there. And yeah, I just think that the disappointment factor, the way he deals with it now, is so much better than before. And not to kind of, I rest my case. 9 darts ago, he hit 26, and they were awful.
Yeah.
Then he goes ton 180. He's not pushing. He's not worried about it. He knows how good he is. We all know. Tops for 3-1.
Oh, yeah. Outstanding from Michael Smith. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I sometimes go and watch him practice at his dad's club in St Helens, and you know, I think that definitely comes into it. Also, the fact that he's enjoying it, and the fact that it suddenly clicked. We all knew how good he was, but now he knows how good he is.
Yeah, everyone, when you're this good, you have your time that is your best time. We don't know. This may be Michael Smith's best time. We've got no idea. He's enjoying it. He's playing world-class darts every single day. And all he's got to do is just cross that line in one of these huge ones. And I feel that he's got the game to do so. And I'm sure right now, Peter Wright is thinking, why don't you go away? Being outplayed massively, Peter Wright.
3 180s in the last 3 legs for Michael Smith. Is it 4?
108.
Of course it is.
Enduring while 161.
Oh yeah, 51.
97.
4-1.
Smith might have thought it was deja vu, that, in that deciding leg of that Players' Championship we're talking about. Smith looks at double 11 for 4-1. How good is this? 105 average. Yeah. 5 all it was. Smith hit 2 180s and didn't get a dart at a double.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, this is the one they won.
Yeah.
No offence.
No,
No offence meant.
absolutely.
Yeah. This is the one. And Peter Wright has been absolutely outclassed to some tune.
Well, to some tune, 20 points in the averages. 13 scores of 100 or more for Smith, just 7 for Peter Wright. I think it's fair to say we didn't expect this.
No.
108.
Well, that'll make him feel better.
This could make him feel worse.
108.
Wow.
5 and 4 legs maximums for Michael Smith. He loves it on those big stages.
140.
He just loves throwing at a dartboard.
Yeah.
He thinks he's going to hit everything. Well, that was a snatch. You could see that. Shoulder went, everything went. This needs to go.
Tops. Ooh, you don't often see that from Peter Wright. That was real anger, frustration.
Yeah, that was wild. The dart was wild. He was wild.
24.
Got away with it.
60.
20 for tops. He could have left himself tops if he'd have kept all 3 darts on the board in the previous visit. Double 10 for 4-2.
Double 10 won in the first leg of the match. Double 10 was won in the 6th leg of the match. And without a shadow of a doubt, it's kept him in the match. Michael Smith missing 1 for 5-1.
How was he hanging on? He did brilliantly last week. I know he went 6-5 up against Rob Cross, but he did so well to even be in that position, because he was being outplayed for a majority of the match. And it's happening again.
42.
It might make a difference, you know. Turning point.
Every leg in the Premier League makes a difference, Stu, doesn't it? You know, it really is becoming quite animated.
60.
We do see Peter Wright getting frustrated, but not often, Wayne, that we see him displaying real anger on the stage.
Yeah. Annoyance. Oh, that's unlucky.
The determination on his face there.
There we see. Very, not even average, poor from Wright, then better. Smith,
134.
after the first leg's been class. Finding the 60 with his first dart. Always makes you feel better.
140.
It really is game on now.
140.
Big moments here. Peter Wright with first crack. You feel it has to go. He needs the ball.
56. I gave it wire 88.
60. Big moment. 18 or treble. Bullseye! Offensive.
63. Enduring wire 25.
More big moments. Who's up to it? Double 8. Is that awkward? Slightly. Got to move over. Oh, that's poor. That really is, and he knows it.
Enduring wire 25.
That's one of those you let go of and you know it's got no chance. For 5-2.
Michael
I said who's up to it. Smith was, Wright wasn't.
The break of throw for Peter Wright, but can't then hold on and capitalise. And already here, Michael Smith throwing for at least a point, which would be his first point of the Premier League this season.
439.
Treble 20 being battered. Look at the state of it.
57.
The crowd singing the name of their hero, Gary Anderson.
58.
They do know he's not here, right?
Understand that the treatment he's receiving has been beneficial.
And that's ongoing, Stu, is it?
Communicating, yeah, with his wife, with partner Rachel. If he hears me say wife, he'll go white. Gary will have will have back problems, but the aim is for him to be fit and ready and raring for the UK Open in a couple of weeks' time. We shall see, but thumbs up to the treatment, and he is getting better.
Yeah, let's hope he can defend his title. Let's wish Gary well. For those who just joined us this week, Gary Anderson not playing in the Premier League, so for the first 9 weeks, contenders will step in. A different contender each week for 9 weeks. Last week it was Chris Dobie in Newcastle. This week it's Glenn Durrant, 3-time back-to-back-to-back world champ.
Can't wait to see Durrant in action, and I know he cannot wait to get out on that big stage in front of nearly 9,000. We shall see.
Yeah, this is massively important. This got to go, you feel.
Oh, break of throw, break of throw, break of throw. 4 on the spin.
Just hanging in.
With an average of 87, he's hanging in, absolutely. Spot on.
If he comes out of this with anything, Peter Wright, Michael Smith will be wondering how, because for 8 legs, Peter is hardly, apart from a 180, yes, his 140s have kept him in it. It's not been great at all. 9th 140.
Yeah, 9 140s, only 2 for Michael Smith, who's hit 12 tons, only 5 for Peter Wright, and 5 maximums to 1.
It's the poor shots, isn't it, with those 140s of Peter Wright. When you look at that, 9 in 9 legs, that's good, that's a good return. But in between has been some real iffy stuff. That's not iffy!
It seems that everything changed for Peter Wright when he lost his temper with himself.
Well, it doesn't need to go 54 ball. Yeah, good darts. That leaves 32 when he returns, and he will. Smith for a change, finding himself nonchalant. Finding himself outscored. Now, for 5-4, Smith.
He was 4-1 down. And now he's within 1. And now the pressure's on his opponent. Sounds simple. Michael Smith holds throw. Twice. He wins. Well, that was cool as you like, wasn't it? As you said, through a disappointing leg.
Yeah.
The attitude is, don't worry, I'll come back and throw a good one.
Yeah, when you are as talented as Smith, he knows that he can go out there and hit big one after big one. That's 4 perfect darts. He had 5 earlier in the match. Maybe we'll see a 9 tonight. Maybe.
The last 9 darts in the Premier League 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Adrian Lewis.
Indeed.
Against Barney in Liverpool.
100.
It's been 8 in total.
Well, there's a chance here with a 140, 180, 177. Something minimum 2 trebles, really, for Wright. Oh, dear.
41.
Oh, they're marvellous. They're not good.
26.
Well, he had an opportunity to put real pressure on Michael Smith.
94.
Doing his job well, Michael Smith. Didn't need to go the 57 route. Left 32.
Don't often see him on this side of the board go for 32, do you?
140.
Pressure now.
Require 32.
For a point.
And that's why you don't often see him on that side of the board.
46.
Peter Wright is within 2 darts of making this match level at 5 apiece.
Massive.
14.
And it looked like it had gone through the flight. A reprieve for Michael Smith. Oh, where was that one? Look at that. Well, my colleague is speechless.
I literally live nearer than that. Well, that's awkward again. Is he going to go? Oh, he's going to the right. This makes it slightly harder to reach. He's reached it. He's got there. Well, 12 darts at a double missed is what's got Michael Smith in this trouble.
Let me just roll the clock back. He missed a dart at tops for 5-1.
Yeah.
And he just missed 6 darts for 6-4 and a guarantee of a point. Which sort of calls into question why he left 32 when his opponent wasn't even on a finish.
Well, his problem was with the 126. He hit 20, then another 20, which leaves 86. Yeah, he could have gone ball to leave 36, but that's not the point of setting it up. And
57.
the 54 wasn't the problem, it was the dart before that.
Well, I think as well, by missing those first 3, it sowed the seeds of darting down, didn't it?
Yeah.
134.
Who'd have believed this? 4-1 up, Michael Smith. Absolutely coasting.
Tight tungsten battle. That's what we're getting.
That's what we hope for.
Yeah, so the old Knight's the same.
140.
It comes down to nerve as well now, doesn't it? And a bit of skill.
180. Like giving 167.
There you go, 54 or ball.
80.
For last start, really.
This is for a 4th consecutive leg. This is for a draw, at least.
Oh, dear, oh, Lord.
What? Well, just happened there? Go on, explain.
Hits the 8 and clearly doesn't want an 8. He was going for a treble 8 or a treble 16. That's what he was going for. But trying not to hit another single 8, he's then dropped too low and missed the 16 completely.
18.
Well, Peter Wright has just effectively missed 3 single numbers. I don't think that's happened since he was an embryo.
For a point.
62. 46.
He faffed around on this in the previous leg. Will he faff this time? Peter Wright averaging 89, being outplayed in every single leg, barring one, has guaranteed himself 1 point.
Well, a 6th maximum for Michael Smith, but he must be wondering how on earth has it come to this?
This is the great thing about the Premier League. If this finishes a draw, one man is livid it's a draw, and the man that won't be is the one that reached 6 first.
25.
Oh,
And so 25 scored.
well, Probably. I'm not going to defend him. He should have gone for a 57. Kind of darted himself on the 60. Said it last week. Peter Wright's belief and battling qualities
99.
are just incredible. There's something to think about. He's never out of a game, it seems.
90.
Because let's be honest, he's not playing anywhere near his best tonight. Nowhere near it. And he's dealing with one of the world's best right now, who's playing better than him. And it wouldn't be beyond the realms for him to nick 2 points, would it?
174.
A 180 and a 174, not a lot in between. He's left 32 again. Surely this time he'll wrap it up.
Peter more or less lost the plot with that last start. He thinks Smith's going to hit this. Double 12, that's a snatch. That is a point. Peter Wright and Michael Smith fight it out. In the end, it's a 6-all draw. Wright wasn't at his best. Neither was Smith, to be fair, but it all equates to 1 point each. Peter Wright, I feel, will feel more happier than that man walking off the stage, Michael Smith. Peter Wright, 6. Michael Smith, 6.
Rounding off the night, Mensur Suljovic against mighty Michael Van Gerwen. Really entertaining match to kick off the night. Michael Smith stormed into a 4-1 lead. 6 180s for him. But Wright battled back. 6 apiece. Table looks like this. Peter Wright moves up to 4th place. Michael Smith just 1 point from 2 matches played so far. Both players talking to Stuart Pipe.
Well, a cracking start to the night. Peter at 4-1 down. You kept going, but I've scarcely seen you get that angry with yourself on the stage.
Yeah, I was just disappointed in myself, obviously. I wasn't playing very well and wasn't giving Michael a game. You know, we played the weekend on Saturday. What a cracking game of darts. I wish that had been on telly because that was amazing. I was 5-2 down. He had 112, I had 110, and we were just flowing. But it's a very difficult situation. Obviously, Michael's coming to Glasgow. He's got everyone against him, and you know, it's unfair. You know, but you know, we got a draw. You know, but you know, I'm sorry for Mike.
Points better than none, mate.
Listen, inevitably, when in the Premier League, when one player is pleased with the draw, the other isn't.
No, I had, for Peter missed a couple of chances and I stepped in, but I think it was the 5 up. I had 6 darts, a double gauge 6-2, I think. But no, points better than none. I could have lost that match then because I think the crowd were getting a bit better than me, and I was starting to lose my head. But
well, he didn't get no points. Got a point in this
yeah, I'm just glad I kept my head and managed to get at least something out of the match instead of nothing.
Well, interesting in commentary, Wayne Mardle was saying that that's the one thing that you've improved on, that you've managed to keep your head on the big stage.
Yeah, 5 up, I was starting to lose, and I kept thinking, like
Only
you said, like say the weekend, I was 5 up and lost 6-5, and then that's what happened again. I thought might behave, but luckily enough, my darts I kicked off with a 180 and then the 174 leave 32. So I was glad to get the point. Peter, be glad to get a point. We're both disappointed not to get 2 at the same time.
Great game. Before we go, just turn around, let's have a look.
Hey, you know what this is? I forgot the stencil, the snake. So I got kisses.
All the love in the world for these two anyway. Great game, guys. Thank you.
Smiles all round. Really entertaining game to kick off the night. Wayne, Michael Smith should have really closed that one out, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he kind of said there, didn't he, that they both feel that there was 2 points up for grabs, especially for Michael Smith. He just played a lot better than Peter Wright from start to finish. And it wasn't just the 6 darts he missed off of 32. He hit a big one to leave the 32. There was other kind of moments. 160, fluffed his lines. There was just, I think he missed 19 darts at double in the end. I can't quite remember. There was like a missed darts-a-thon in the end. And some of them were so wild from him. I think he was keeping himself together, but becoming slightly irate at the same time. To get a point, he will think, do you know what? Maybe last year I might have lost that. So he's got a point. He's up and running. Played Michael van Gerwen and got beat. It would have been tough for him to take another defeat. He didn't, so he's got a point.
Next up, Rob Cross against James Wade. Both played very well last week.
I called the pair of them exceptional. I really do believe that. Rob Cross, again, outplayed Peter Wright, but couldn't win. James Wade, I thought, did a real job on Barney. Every time Barney missed, every time Barney gave him just a stiff, he took his chance. James Wade, he's getting back to that 2007, 8, 9, 10 James Wade. This is not putting him down in any way. He won 2 events last year, didn't play well in any of them. He played better last week. I think that's one of his best performances that I've seen in years from James Wade. There was hardly any stray darts, set the shot up, took it out. It was so professional. If they both play like they did last week, which is kind of unlikely, but if they do, it's got a draw written all over it, because none of them, they won't buckle. These two don't buckle. They're proven winners.
Wade against Cross, live from Glasgow, next.
A young, lovable, huggable type of guy. And everything is to the back with a little slack. Cause inside out is wiggin' and wiggin' and wiggin' and whack.